Hey guys, I'm fresh back from Josh Williams Motorsports shop. I had them setting up my car yesterday, and man, it was so worth it to hire them to do this. They found so many issues with the car and the amount of setup. I was there from probably 9, I think I got there at 8:30, got the car unloaded around 9 because they had to move things around, and I was there at almost 5, just them setting up the car. And it just took them forever. The car was just way off from where I needed to be to go race at Charlotte. So we just kept working on it. You know, they did all the setup, changed all the control arms and everything around. And then they helped me with the weight of the car and the balance. I had to get in the car and weigh it with me and just got everything set up. That being said, there's a few things this week I need to work on to get the car ready. It's Saturday now. My first practice day will be on Monday. And there's just a few things they pointed out that I'll show to you now. Okay, so hopefully I'm going to be able to do this in the back of the car. I'm going to have to unstrap it. But maybe, whoops, there's me about falling there. I'll be able to do this in the car. If you see here, my drain plug is smacking the arm there. So I'm gonna have to take that out and cut it down in the meantime so I can find another one to replace it with that's shorter. They told me there are some that exist, but I don't have time to order one between now and Monday, so I'm gonna have to cut that one down. The other thing we're going to work on in a little bit here is getting my mirrors adjusted. They were telling me the mirrors really should be outside of the car and lower so I can see it better. So I'm going to get working on those in a minute here and get that done. There's some adjustments to the race seat I need to make in here that they wanted me to do. So that might have to mean I'm bringing the car out, but I'm going to see what I can do with it in the car. But I'm going to get to it and get working on it right now, so I'll show you the outcome.
Speed. Yeah.
So I need to take a bit off this here. Hopefully it won't be too bad. I've done this before. We shave one, and if I can't get a wrench back on it, you just tap this with another nut and back it off. But for right now, we're just going to grind it down. But you can see where it's already ground down a bit from just riding the trailer and it bouncing on that arm. So let's get this ground down and see if this solves the issue. Well, I'm missing my pads. I can't find them anywhere, so we're just going to use a buffing wheel and see how much we can take off. Hopefully this wood will keep from the threads from getting damaged. Alright, we got it grinded down. I definitely sprayed it with some brake cleaner and cleaned it up because with grinding, a lot of metal shavings came out, and this is style that has a magnet on it. I'd always recommend make sure you clean these. So you can see it's definitely missing it now. So hopefully it won't get an issue. I can still get the wrench on it. This is my first practice session, and basically I'm going out just trying to figure the car out. This is the first time I've ever driven the car on the track. This is the first time I've ever felt what the brakes feel like, and so this was just a huge learning curve for me. I could not keep the car down the white line because I just found out I wouldn't use enough brakes. Luckily, Josh's team helped me with that and just explained, like, you have to get on the brakes to keep the car low. And I was just more feathering the brakes than just getting up on them, which is really, you'll see in this section of video, I'm just washing out a lot. The other thing is, this is where it all started to fall apart for me with the car. And a little bit later, you're going to see, I don't even finish my race the next day. Because what's going on is my car just does not have drive out of the turns.
It's just winding up, and I'm not really going anywhere. And from day one, when I bought the car, I realized you pretty much have to drop the clutch and mash the throttle to get the car moving. And I just figured, you know, that's just how they were. They were just on-off clutches. But the truth of the matter is, you know, I was having clutch issues. And you can just tell in the audio, like I get on, I'm in the correct gear and get on it out of the turns, but the car's just not going anywhere. So this ends up being a huge problem later on. And one of the major reasons, I mean, the major reason why I didn't have a chance to finish the race. All right, so yeah, this is just me filling the car out, not realizing I had a clutch issue, and hopefully it'll get better with time. So this is my qualifying session, and this is where I really start to notice that there might be a problem. Still not 100%, because after my qualifying session, I was 1.6 seconds off of the next slowest guy. I came in dead last, and at first I just attributed that to, hey, I'm new, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm not getting the car through the turns right. So I just figured it was all me, not knowing that I was having clutch issues. So you can hear in this video somewhere, you just hear the engine starting to wind up, and it's just whining, and the car is not really moving. Now some of this we are under caution, I think. Let me see. Let's see what the flagman has here. This is what I'm agreeing. You listen to me coming out of this turn. It just is not laying it down. Honestly, I'm trying to stay out people's way because I don't want to screw up other people's qualifying. But it just, yeah, I could just tell that something was wrong with the car. It wasn't getting the power down. It was just off. So here's the start of the race. I really only make 4 to 5 laps in the race. My GoPro acted up a bit. I'm not sure what happened. But once again, like, I can't get up on the cars in front of me. Although Josh did tell me to stay 3 car lengths back from the car in front of me because it's my first race. He said they are going to wreck. They're 100% going to wreck in turn 1. He told me that over and over again. You're about to see Josh knows what he's talking about. Now, I did miss a gear here. This is not the clutch. This is me missing the gear. As you can see, there's a pretty big wreck there, turn 1 and everything. Yeah, I'll try to get y'all a little bit closer view of the wreck. Best advice Josh gave me was sitting back on the start of the race. It was amazing how fast the team got there. Now this video sped up. They weren't that fast, but they were pretty fast getting everyone. Even though I wasn't involved in the wreck, someone came and checked on me, made sure I was doing okay and everything. But big shout out to the crews out there and all the work they did. And here you can really hear the audio of the car starting to slip. Like right there, I have no drive. I did want to let the car, I didn't mind running in the pack today just to stay back, but I'm on it right here. And you can just hear I had no drive on the car. And pretty much what happens, I lose all forward motion with the car. It just would hit rev limiter and the car wouldn't move. So luckily I had enough speed just to pull off the track. Well, unfortunately, that's how the day went. You know, I still got a fair amount of practice in, but it looks like the clutch is just burnt on it. So in my next video, you're going to see me, first, I'm going to try to adjust the cable. Josh said that the cable wasn't tight enough. So I need to look at the cable and make sure that that's not the problem first, because it might just be that. But I need to change the oil anyway, so I'll dump the oil, pull the clutch casing off, inspect the clutch. Luckily, when I bought the car, I got the original clutch. It didn't have too many races on it. So worst case, I can go back to that one. It just is what it is. Like Josh was saying, this is racing. This is part of it. It did make me feel better about my lap times that I was that far off. Even the slowest person, I was that far off. And I really just believe I didn't have any drive coming out of the turns. It just felt like the car, like my father from the stands kept saying, were you spinning the wheels? And I knew I wasn't spinning the wheels because I couldn't hear the wheels spinning. It was just giving it the gas and just revving it really high and the momentum of the car very slow. So hopefully we'll get that fixed and be out for the next week. So keep an eye out for the next video. Please like and subscribe and check out Midlife Classic Cars. You can find all of our automotive books, shop manuals, restoration guides, history books on there. Make sure to check out the box sets. I have a lot of great box sets we've made where we put books that we think you might like. Like I have Ford Bronco box set. I have Prepare to Win and Carol Smith box sets. I have even shop manual box sets. So like for motorcycles, you can get a Honda and a Climber shop manual together and have 2 shop manuals for working on your motorcycles. And like I have full Mustang restoration box sets. So we're just like, you can get a shop manual and have several restoration guides together. So make sure to check that out. Remember, we always ship in boxes and everything to make sure your books get to you nice and without being damaged in envelopes. So we'll see you in the next video, and hopefully next week will be a lot better.